I am Maria Garcia de Fleury. To know about the Dominicans, we have to go back to the year 800 in the south of France, a time of great difficulties, great errors within the Catholic Church, continuous wars against the Moors, and between the Christian princes themselves. At that time, only bishops were the ones who could preach, and it was at that time that Domingo de Guzman, a young man of noble origin who had studied liberal arts and theology, emerged in Spain. The political social situation had as one of the consequences the development of a great famine throughout the region of Palencia. Dominic, remembering the words of Jesus, a new commandment I give you, that you love one another as I have loved you. For this reason, he sold everything he had, even his books, because he thought, how can I continue studying in dead skin when my raw brothers are dying of hunger? Domingo decided to leave everything and become a priest. He was ordained in 1194 and was noted for his immense dedication to prayer. They remembered him as a man who did not stop praying for others. One day, he accompanied the Bishop of Osma from France to England, and he was worried when he saw the number of heresies that existed and how many dogmas of the Catholic Church faith were easily denied, including the redemption through the cross of Christ and the sacraments. At that moment, he understood that it was necessary to return the Word of God, to revitalize the mission of the Church and help society and people. Dominic began to dream of communities of brothers who, imitating the apostles in the first times, would go out and preach, would live the gospel, pray it, study it, share it in communities, and transmit it to others from compassion and freedom. Thus, the idea of forming a religious order dedicated to preaching the truth taught by Jesus Christ was formed. With the request by the Virgin to Dominic in 1212 to pray the Rosary in order to combat the heretics, the followers of Dominic resolved many errors and converted many people. In 1215, he founded the Order of Preachers, willing to travel through towns and cities to bring the light of the gospel everywhere. That year, he attended the Fourth Lateran Council and there asked Pope Innocent III for approval of his order. Dominic, a close friend of St. Francis of Assisi, sought out a well-known doctor of theology named Thomas Aquinas to instruct the friars and also send them to study theology at the University of Paris and canon law at the University of Bologna. He convinced it was a religious order that was placed under the jurisdiction of the Holy See, dedicated to studying and evangelizing the world. After 4 years of study and hard preparation, Dominic sent the first preaching friars to Spain, Paris, and he went to Rome, then to Bologna, England, Scandinavia, Hungary, and Germany. Dominic was called the master of preaching, and he instructed his friars only to speak about God and with God. The work of teaching in schools, universities, missionary activities, human promotion, formation of prayer and contemplation groups continues to be carried out by the Order of Preachers, also known as the Dominicans, up until this day, because like their founder, St. Dominic of Guzman, they all know that with God we always win.